Hi you guys, as I'm editing this video, there is some loud wind during small parts of the video. I decided to cut that wind out and throw some voiceover on top of that so you could get some really clear instructions about what you're supposed to be doing in class. I just wanted to give you guys a heads up before you started class so that you weren't thrown off by any sort of discrepancy in sound when it's switching from the regular audio to the voiceover. And this only happens during a few short particular moments, mostly in the second half of class. So yeah, just keep that in mind and enjoy your class. Hi you guys, I'm Sam and welcome to my channel. Today we are going to be doing a short yoga practice that is focused on building strength and flexibility in the hips. So go ahead, find a little spot on the floor, unroll your mat, and let's get started. Okay, so today we're going to start seated. So go ahead and take a seat on your yoga mat. You're going to take a cross-legged seated position. So if it's difficult for your hips to be able to sit down on the floor like this, just grab a cushion off your couch or yeah, just something that you can put underneath your bum to prop you up a little bit. It'll feel better on the hips. Go ahead and bring your hands to your knees and then close your eyes and just allow yourself to drop into the new rhythm of your practice. The slower rhythm of your practice. Start to lengthen your inhales and exhales. On the inhales, expanding through the ribs, 360 degrees. On the exhales, draw the belly button towards the spine. Inhales, expand. Exhales, draw everything in and lengthen through the spine. And soften the shoulders away from your ears. And then notice if you're gripping anywhere in your body, in the little muscles of the face, or the jaw, or your shoulders. And as you continue to breathe, begin to let go of that gripping. Start to move into a place of ease. And take a moment to set an intention for your practice. So whatever brought you to your mat today, whether that was that you needed a good workout, you wanted to give yourself some time to do a moving meditation, whatever it was, create your intention from that space. And then go ahead and blink the eyes open. And then keep your hands on your knees. We're going to start to make hip circles. So just start circling the torso around the pelvis. The rib cage goes around the pelvis. Good, really using all your space. So as you come forward, reaching forward through the chest, and as you go back, scooping out the belly. Good, and then start going the other direction. Using all your space, all the way to the side, to the front, to the other side, and then scooping out the belly and the back. So you're getting a nice stretch in your back body. Okay, and then come back to stillness, reach up through the crown of the head, getting as much length as you can. And then we're gonna go ahead and come onto hands and knees. Tabletop position. So wrists underneath shoulders, knees underneath the hips. And then when you get here, just draw your lower belly towards your spine so you're supporting your lower back. And then on your next inhale, arch the back, look forward. Exhale, round. Inhale, arch. Reach the chest forward. Exhale, round. Draw your belly button towards your spine. Inhale, arch. Rounding, drop the head. One more time. inhale, just come to a flat back. You're gonna extend your right leg out to the side, so straight, and then just start to move forward and back here. So you'll start to feel a little stretch in the inner thigh and the groin area. Just moving back and forth. And then turn the toes out, bend the knee, and start doing circles here. Good, so you're just starting to get into that right hip. Just creating a little bit of mobility in that hip. And then go ahead and come to stillness. You're gonna reach your right leg up and back, and then cross your right toes to the outside of your, to the left side of your mat. And then bring the toes up towards your right hand. Good, and we're gonna go back and forth here for 3, 2, 1. The leg up and back, reach the left arm forward for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring everything down. Extend the left leg out to the side, and again, just starting to move here, moving forward and back, getting into that left inner thigh. And then as you're ready, start to bend your left knee and move in circles, just creating a little bit of mobility in the hip. Good, and move at whatever speed feels good for you. So you may be slower than me, you may be faster than me, that's okay. And then go ahead and come back to stillness, reach your left leg up and back, and then cross it to the right, and then out to the left. Cross it to the right, and to the left, to the right, for 3, 2, 1. Extend the leg up and back, reach the right arm forward, reach through the fingertips, reach through the toes like you're ripping your body apart for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring everything down. Go ahead and curl your toes under, lift your hips up and back, downward dog. Good, so for this first one, keep the knees nice and bent to begin with. Press into the palms, spread through the fingers, and then really firm your arms, squeeze your triceps, and reach your tailbone up and back. And then maybe you start with straightening the legs. Maybe you can pedal out the feet a little bit, just stretching through the hamstrings and the lower back. Good, and then walk your hands back to meet your feet. And just hang forward, keep the knees nice and bent here. And then go ahead and heel toe the feet as wide as your mat and start to bend one knee and then the other knee while you're wagging your hips side to side. It's just getting into the inner thighs again here. Good, and then keeping the knees bent, coming to center. Start to roll yourself all the way up to standing. So the head's the last thing to come up. Nice. Okay, we're gonna come to the center of our mat, and you're gonna step your feet out nice and wide, turn the toes out at 45-degree angle, and then you're gonna sit down into it here. Bring your hands to your knees, stretching the inner thighs. Good, up through center, and then the other way. Up through center, and twisting to the left, up through center, and to the right. Good, and then on your next inhale, circle the arms up, reach the arms up, and draw your hands through center line. Inhale up, exhale, hands through center. Good, and continue at your own pace. So however fast or slow that is, that's okay. Just finding the rhythm that your body wants to move at here. And on your inhales, really reaching through the fingertips, taking up all the space you can. And on the exhales, rooting down into the heels as you bend the knees. And something to be mindful of is when you bend the knees, make sure you're tracking those knees right over the second toes. Good, 2 more here. And then you're gonna stay down here and you're gonna pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bring the hands down. Lift the hips, point the toes to face forward, and then fold forward. Just let the head hang down, the neck relax, the shoulders can relax. And then you're gonna come halfway up. You're gonna walk your hands over to the right, bend the right knee, and straighten the left leg. Good, so this right foot, the heel can be lifted up off the ground. That's totally fine here. And it's okay if you can't get as low as I am getting. We're just trying to get movement in the hips here, okay? Creating a little bit of stretching. Now, if this is quite easy for you, and especially if you're getting your heel all the way down, you can play with not using your hands and going back and forth here, like this. And we're gonna be back here, so if you're not quite here yet with the flexibility or with the strength, it's okay, you're gonna have another chance. So maybe on this round you just use your hands, and on the next one, you can try without the hands. Good, and the next time that you come over to the right side, bring your hands down to the ground. You're gonna turn your toes to face forward, and then bring your left knee down to the ground here. Good, and we're just gonna kind of move forward and back, just getting into the hips. Okay, and then you're gonna walk your hands to the other side of the mat, bring your back knee down. Same thing here, you're just gonna move forward and back. Just wiggling around. Walk your hands back to center again, the toes point forward, and then inhale with a flat back, come all the way up, and bring your hands to your heart. You're gonna turn your toes out again, come halfway down, inhale, circle your arms up as you straighten your legs. Bend and straighten your legs at your own pace, rooting down through the feet as you come to your squat, and as you extend to the top, really squeeze the glutes. And on this next one, you're gonna pause at the bottom of your squat and pulse. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift the left heel. And then you're gonna pulse. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the heel, lift the other. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift both heels, and you're gonna stay here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the heels, straighten the legs, bring the hands down to the mat, and just let your head and neck relax here. Engage the quadriceps up towards the hips. Let the shoulders relax. Let the muscles of the face relax. Now walk your hands over to the right foot, bend your right knee, and come into this low lunge again. And then to the left, and coming into this low, I guess it's a side lunge. It's called Skandasana in yoga. Good, and we're just gonna move back and forth. And maybe this time you're kind of finding that you can go a little bit lower. Maybe you can find that taking your hands up is possible. Good. And just feel it out. So if you kind of get in there and it feels good to kind of stay a little bit longer, maybe take a few extra seconds or a few extra breaths in the pose. Good, and then this time when you get to the right, spin everything to face forward, and then bring the knee down. Take a moment to shift the hips side to side. Bring your right palm flat on the ground. Extend your left fingertips up towards the ceiling or the sky, and then reach around and grab your back foot or ankle. Gently let go of your back foot and bring your left hand back down to your yoga mat. Shift the hips back and straighten your front leg. Bend your front knee, walk your hands to the other side of your mat. Now bring your back knee down to the ground. And you're just gonna shift your hips side to side again. Then bring your left palm flat onto the mat. Reach your right fingertips up towards the ceiling. And if it feels comfortable for you, go ahead and bend your back knee, reach behind you, grab your foot or your ankle. Really open your chest to the side. And as you're ready, go ahead and release that back foot. Shift the hips back, straighten the front leg as much as is possible. Flex through that front foot. Engage your right quadricep up towards your hip. Reach your chest forward. Bend that knee again. Lift the hips up. You're gonna turn to face the side of your mat again. Point your toes forward. Inhale, halfway up, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, keep that length as you fold forward. Good. You're gonna extend your arms out in front of you, keeping your hips where they are. And then you're gonna bring your right hand to your outer left ankle. And then look up under that left armpit. Good, and reach your arm out again. And then the other side, bringing your hand to your outer ankle. And then look up under the armpit as you twist. And on your exhales, draw your belly in and see if you can get a little bit more of a twist there. Engage both of your quads. Good, and then come through center. And you're gonna walk your hands over to the top of your mat. Step your back foot up to meet your front foot. And then you're gonna point both your toes out to a 45-degree angle. Drop your hips down. Good, so we're in this like kind of squatted position. In yoga, we call this malasana. And then on your next inhale, you're gonna press into the feet, circle your arms up. Exhale, come down. So if the feet don't touch the ground, that's totally fine. You can have the heels lifted here and do it like that. If the feet do stay down, then keep them down. And same thing here. As you inhale and you come up, press your feet into the ground, and at the top, really firm the thighs. Good, so you're really getting the full benefits of the exercise here by working all the muscles. Good, and going at your own pace. However slow or fast feels good for your body. On this next squat, you're gonna stay down in your squat, reach your arms out in front of you, and then sit your bum down and start to slowly lower yourself all the way down to your mat. Bend your knees, bring the soles of your feet to the floor and drop your knees to the right. Take your right ankle, cross it over your left thigh. Take a deep inhale here. As you exhale, allow your neck to soften, allow your jaw to soften. Come into figure 4 here by clasping your fingers around the front of your left shin and drawing your left knee in towards you. Release that, and then let the knees fall to the left. Cross the left ankle over the right thigh. Take a deep inhale here. Exhale out the mouth. Another deep inhale. And exhale out the mouth. Coming into figure 4 stretch here. And then even experimenting with rocking a little bit here. Kind of just moving that hip in the socket a little bit while you get a little massage on your lower back. Release your figure 4 and bring both knees into your chest. Rock side to side, massaging your lower back. Come into happy baby, holding the outer edges of the feet, rocking side to side if that feels nice on your lower back. Continue to rock side to side here, keeping the hips pulled down towards the ground. Hug your knees into your chest again, drop your knees over to the left, extend your right arm out along the ground to the right. As you exhale, allow your right shoulder blade to soften towards the floor. Draw the knees up through center and drop the knees to the right, twist open to the left. On the exhales, allowing the knees to become heavier towards the earth. Roll all the way onto your right side, and then come up to a seated position. We're gonna bring the soles of the feet together here into a butterfly pose. You're gonna grab the ankles and you're gonna start making hip circles here, just like we did in the beginning of class. The rib cage rotates around the pelvis here. Rounding out through the belly, and then as you come forward, reaching the chest forward, and then go the other direction. Good, and then when you come to center, lengthen through your spine, and then reach your chest forward as you start to fold forward. And you can use, bring your hands to your feet and you can kind of use the weight of your elbows. Don't be too aggressive with this, but just a little bit of weight to kind of stretch the inner thighs a little bit more. Good, then inhale, come up. And we'll do one last thing here. We're gonna open the legs nice and wide. And go ahead and flex your feet, engage your quadriceps, and reach up through your chest. And for some people, this may be enough. In fact, for some of us, if you find yourself really kind of rounding here, grab your couch cushion again and just put it underneath your bum and see if you can get nice and straight. And some of us, we might just stay here. We're already feeling it in the inner thighs, and in the hips. If you want to go a little further, keep reaching forward through the chest as you start to crawl your hands forward. And then as you crawl forward, still rotate the inner thighs towards the outer thighs. So if you look at your feet, you don't want them to go in like this. You want the toes to still be pointing up towards the sky or the ceiling. Good, and start to walk the hands in. Come to a comfortable cross-legged position. Bring your hands to your knees. Close your eyes. Let go of your breath so you're no longer thinking about the inhales or the exhales, just breathing normally. Sit up nice and tall. And allow the shoulders to relax. Allow your face to relax. Check back in with your intention. And then take this last moment of class to offer a little bit of gratitude for your ability to practice today. And then take a moment to thank yourself for getting onto your mat today. And bring your hands to your heart. Open your eyes. Thank you guys so much for practicing with me today. I had a great time. You guys have a great rest of your day, and namaste. Bye.